Welcome to Virgin Radio, Billy Joe, Mike and Trey. It's great to have you here talking Green Day, back with a new record, #1 record as well. You have this fantastic relationship with British music fans, which, I don't know, does it feel like a happy place when you come back here to not just talk about your music but play it?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we've always had great shows here, even back as far as we can remember for the very first tour we did here in '91. And it just seems like we kind of keep generating new fans, and we have the old fans, and it's just been. I hate even using the word fans. You know, it's like I figured there are. Yeah, it's just our peeps. You know, and it's great.
Yeah. I like that. But you're true. I've got an 8-year-old son, and he loves. You know, we put a little vinyl player in his room, and I've got Dookie on vinyl, and he just loves it. He's learned to play guitar, Smoke on the Water. He's got that. He's got the first 3 notes.
We didn't write Smoke on the Water.
But he's kind of found something in your music, which must be wonderful to see new generations of peeps. Loving your tunes. Yeah. How does that make you feel when you look out at that audience and you see mothers and fathers with their children there, who are kind of going, "Wow, this music transcends." I
mean, that's ultimately what it's all about for us. Is it's become a generational thing, and it's great. It's great to see. You know.
Tell me a little bit about this album, Revolution Ready, because now seems more an important time as any for a band to use their voice and to have an opinion and to get it out there, because I don't think enough musicians do that, you know, in terms of their music has substance, in terms of the lyrical content, and you're a band who've always done that. You know, you've always had something to say, you've always had fighting against the institution or you know, having social commentary within that. Now seems like an important time, if any, to be doing that.
Yeah, I think it goes back to songs like keeping your eyes open and sort of filtering what you see and reflecting with what's going on in the world or society in general. So, and trying to personalize it to where it doesn't become a bunch of empty slogans or anything. You know, it's got to come from a place of the same place like a love song would come from. So it's and right now it's a pretty emotional time in the United States. I think we're just trying to let everything sink in, but so it's been just kind of crazy.
What was the seed to start and work on this album? What, you know, who started the conversation? When was it? You know, why was this the right time, or that the right time to start working on a new Green Day record?
Well, I had a couple of songs that I demoed, and I remember, if I remember correctly, me and Mike, we went for a walk together down in Southern California. Just like we went out on the beach, and we're just like started kind of talking about our future a little bit. And I think that was about 2 summers ago.
Yeah. I like that. It's a nice romantic image.
Yeah, we were definitely holding hands
in sarongs. I have in my head.
Absolutely. Yeah, we had burkinis.
So wrong.
But you know, we've you know, for me, I've had Green Day part of my kind of social, sort of musical kind of life as a music fan for so long. What is it that makes you guys still hungry for it? Still want to go out there and make new music?
I mean, in short, it's just we love music. You know, we're fans of music. You know, first and foremost. I think even before we're really musicians or so it's fun. It's that same thing that sparked us in the very beginning, where you know, there's still that 15-year-old kid in us that rocks out in front of the mirror with your guitar and stuff like that. Although that would look pretty weird for
you. Find us something. If you can find us something cooler to do, we'll do it. But that's not gonna happen.
That's it. There isn't anything.
We've
cooler.
Yet to find anything cooler that we could be doing with our time.
I'm going to play the next single from the album, which I think is Still Breathing, which I just saw the video for yesterday, which is it's beautiful. It's a beautiful video.
The director was great. He really kind of captured what we just sort of saw what he wanted to do and had a couple references, and so I mean, we owe it all to him. I mean, he did a magnificent job.
Well, I did do all my stunts.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you still like? I mean, that's part of the deal, isn't it? When you have to make music videos. But do you like that side of it? I mean,
it's kind of like a Jack in the Box kind of thing. Like you show up and you film it, and you don't really know what you've done until you see it play back, and then you get the director's images and his ideas. come back and this one was pretty. It floored me. I was really happy with it.
That's Still Breathing from Green Day. How did that song start? Where did, what was that? I think I read actually, so it was a reaction to you going through something, pretty personal and hard back in 2012 and realizing that you were lucky.
Yeah, I think you go through a time in your life when you feel a little bit of hardship, and it could be, something like losing someone that you love, or drug abuse, or coming home from a war that was just kind of rough on your family or whatever. I'm definitely underplaying it right now. But it's
tough times, basically.
It's tough times.
Really tough times.
Yeah, when you go through tough times, it gets. And I think that's what everybody has in common, and is that eventually everybody has to feel that and go through it. So I think it's kind of a universal feeling.
Was there one track that started that was the kind of first track for this album that was kind of like, yep, that's kind of set the tone for the rest of where I want to go with this record?
Bang Bang, and I think that set the tone. I think it just kind of felt like it had a really strong message, and it just felt like Green Day. Obviously, it's just with the speed and the fierceness of it.
Yeah, the drums. We love drums on the show. In fact, my producer Mick is known on a daily basis to air drum to pretty much any song that is physically possible. So much so that I think he's going to dislocate an arm at some point. Drums, the drive of Green Day is something that you've always had from the start. At what point do you come in with that, with a kind of rhythm man, in terms of like Billy Joe? Is it, do you write the seeds of the songs, then you take it to the guys, and the tempo, I imagine, changes dependent on kind of when you all get together and everybody has their input into it.
I tend to come in on the one. Hey, the drummer joke.
Just
all
before
right.
go.
Yeah. I go down into a dark basement, and in there, and then all of a sudden, the hand of God comes in and says, "Here's a song," and then I bring it to the band, and then the band goes, "Here is my take on it." So yeah, thanks God.
God, we've got to do with everything. What can we play from the album for you? What for you are those songs that stand out as being your favourites? I don't know whether you haven't had a chance to play them out live properly yet in terms of on a tour, and we're looking forward to that next year here in the UK.
Yeah, it's funny because when you put out a new single, there's probably you realize there's young bands out there that are covering your song live before you get a chance to play it live in front of people. So.
Do you look at any of that? Because I imagine there's a wealth of kids out there who've covered many, many, many Green Day songs out there. Do you ever kind of sit and just look at what kids have done with them at all?
Yeah, some of them are actually really good, and other ones are absolutely awful. Just like, I don't know, maybe practice a couple times before you record it for YouTube and then ask me to watch it.
I saw this one young gal with a ukulele that played Bang Bang on the ukulele and sang it, and it was amazing. It was really cool.
All right, well, let's play Bang Bang right now.
We're on the ukulele.
On the ukulele. Not an easy instrument to play or tune. Bang Bang from Green Day. I got some listener questions, if that's all right. Just 3. We've picked 3 of our favourites. This is from Lisa. She says, Dookie shaped my teenage years and still sounds incredible. Do you still relate to who you were when you wrote that album?
Yeah, I mean, especially playing those songs live. I think Basket Case has kind of become sort of almost an anthem for the psychotic at heart. So it's just fun to watch because it's like kind of like being in a bar with everybody, like singing The Piano Man by Billy Joel. So but it's on a much larger and it's like, hey, does anybody out there have some personality disorders? And it's like, yeah. We don't really get into saying, does anybody want to smoke some pot out there? It's more like, does anybody out there need a Xanax? Yeah.
You make everybody feel all right.
Yeah.
What's your go-to karaoke songs?
Ooh. Oh, God. I'll say Witchcraft, the Frank Sinatra version. Yeah.
Wow, nice.
I tend to go for No Scrubs, by TLC.
I love that, Trey. It's brilliant. Mike?
Isn't the world's most popular one Sweet Caroline?
Oh, by
Yeah, it's a
Neil
bum
Diamond?
out.
Neil Diamond.
It's like,
yeah.
check,
I
please.
only go with that because I'm awful at karaoke, but everybody else jumps in.
Yeah, but you have to be bad at karaoke. That's the whole point, isn't it?
Plus, I love the sound of dum 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 by like a bunch of drunk people.
Yeah.
No, you have that. That's the thing. That's kind of that's like the next level. It's like you have your peeps singing back. I'm going to refer to your fans now forever as
Nice.
peeps.
The peeps.
The peeps. You have them singing back the words, but when they sing back melodies, that's another level, isn't it? You must get that all the time.
Yeah.
You know that.
Yeah,
all
na,
that.
na, 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 you know, na 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 na. You know, it's like they sing the guitar solos, and it's fun to
That
watch.
actually would be the next cover tune I want to hear. I want to hear a bunch of people doing their parts with just their voices.
Yeah, or you do like singing the bass line to
Exactly. You keep going. Na, 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 na. Now I need this other guy right here to go. Exactly.
My God, we've started something. This is up from Kenny Miller, who says, will you be coming to Scotland? You've announced some dates here next year, so
Yes.
February you've got some stuff.
Summer, we're coming to Scotland.
Are you?
Yes.
Might it be at a big festival or might it be your own shows?
I
or
think
both?
it's our
Own
own
shows. Yeah.
Our own damn show.
See, I've seen you at Tea in the Park a couple of times over the years,
Yeah.
and they go mental for you.
That's a great gig. It's
Yeah.
really fun.
Will Stevenson says, apart from, we kind of just answered, but apart from British Summertime, are you playing any other UK festivals this year? We'd love to see you at Glastonbury. See, you guys are one of the big rumours for Glastonbury. Every year you get the big
Really?
rumour.
For
Yeah.
Glastonbury?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, Glastonbury seems to be kind of a last minute thing, I think. I don't really know much about that festival because we always play Reading. But we'll
Park.
see. We'll see. Hyde Park. We're playing
Yeah,
Hyde Park.
yeah.
Everybody knows that. And everybody knows that.
Everybody
But
there. The Queen will be listening.
the Queen.
Yeah, she'll be listening.
Harry and his new girlfriend.
Oh man,
stuff.
you're on it. You're on it.
Yeah.
Well, how big a part did British or has British music played in your guys' history?
Huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
None
I mean,
whatsoever.
yeah.
It's like
Still-
romantic to come here and especially like the first time that we came here. It's like, oh man, this is where like the Kinks, the Stones, Beatles, everybody's from here, and I don't know. It's really I'm a big dork, but just like, oh, I bet John probably put a cigarette out on the street right here. So
You've done like the kind of Beatles crossing at Abbey Road and done
Of
all
course.
that. Of course, you
I've
love that.
I've
You
spent-
proper fans as well. I
Yeah.
love
I've
it.
actually spent 2 birthdays at Abbey Road. I turned 21 there, went downstairs. I was like, hey, I'm going to have a beer. I'm 21. The guy's like, so effing what?
yeah, you don't need to be 21.
But yeah, I spent 2 birthdays there. So
Oh, wow.
I'm looking forward to the 3rd.
Good memories. Good memories. Well, listen, can we finish by playing a Green Day classic? We played quite a great number of tracks from the new record, but is there a Green Day song that you can collectively decide on that, I don't know, has been they're whispering.
What's that?
Jesus of Suburbia.
Jesus of Suburbia.
Okay,
Yeah.
why?
Because it's long.
It's kind
We
of
want to
like
be on the radio as long as possible.
I've played a 9-minute track from John Hopkins yesterday. We can do this.
Well, then play it twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just like 9 and 12 seconds or something. So
yeah.
No, it's also this is a great one live. It's definitely letting it all hang out.
it kind of takes you through all the different rhythms and emotions and everything you would, it's like a microcosm of a Green Day set.
Amazing. It's an absolute pleasure. It's so great to chat to you guys. Will you come back next year when you're in town and chat to us some more? Pick some tunes.
Maybe. Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
it's not a no, but that's a maybe. That's
Yeah.
good enough
so
for
you
me.
staying there still a chance.
Definitely, maybe, yeah.
We'll get some peeps in and
You're
we'll be
one in a
absolutely
million.
fine.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Billy Joe, Mike and Trey, thank you so much for hanging out today. It's great to chat to you. Cheers.
All right, thanks.